Oh, look at that shot right up over the top. You can see the observer just lay down in the back of the boat, keeping an eye on the skiers. They're running in the Smock and F2 classes.
And a couple of Aussie skiers behind this one, also Darren Purdom and Craig Kilby.
Hammer Time Racing coming through.
Got Chris Holman and John Main on the back of that, and those boys look to be pretty comfortable skiing there.
That's another Mock F2 class boat. Out to get you.
This is Alan Bedford's boat, towing Ryan and Alistair Johnson brothers from Hamilton. These guys will be looking to get back their Smock title that they lost to Illusion in 2009.
Botox, there's another cool name for a race boat.
It's Hayden Turner and Matt Nicholson behind that one. Matt trying to get in a little bit of an extra speed, or maybe just showing off to the crowd possibly.
So we have a look at the number 65 team. This is Footwork.
Terry Coverty driving his boat there for Jared Coombs and Sean Hollins.
This is another Smock class boat.
These guys will be looking to try and get into the top three in that Smock class, but a very, very competitive class.
Just going by, that looked like a skier down there in the water from one of the crews. So some dramas on the Waikato River as we watch the action from the 2010 Rollo's Marine Yamaha Bridge to Bridge Waterski Classic. Tell you what, I reckon our helicopter pilot's got one of the best jobs in the house. Phantom, a little bit out of shape past Grantham Street. That won't be helping the skiers.
Chris Carter definitely putting it all out there for the fans at Grantham Street. And his son Kane's on the back there with Callum Armstrong.
This is V Maximise, boat number 15.
Got Adelaide's younger sister Columbia on the back here, skiing alongside Jess Sinclair. And Richard Main's driving his boat, V Maximise.
So these girls will be up against Hobbit Racing, Sleaze and the Reverend in the ladies class as the leading boats are down towards Taupiri for the end of leg number 1, Warlord. First boat in a strong run down to Taupiri.
Yeah, the boat looks very good coming across the line there. Simon Morrison's got it well trimmed up. The boys have had a very good run and a good time coming down at Taupiri.
22:38.1 for Warlord. Here's the Australians got to go. What have they done up against the Kiwis?
Great to see Adrian Heffernan actually got down the river there without losing any skiers on the way, and Danny and Bevan have made it down there comfortably.
23:25, so that's a pretty big advantage for Warlord as B Jammin, we're on board with them, come down to Taupiri.
Look at that, just perfectly sitting up on its bum there, the B Jammin Cyclone with the Merc 300, Rick Powell, Mark Presley behind that one, and those boys with the quickest time in mock class.
24:41, about 2 minutes down on Warlord. So Warlord lead by 46 seconds over Gotta Go with Big Jammin in third, Hoofit in fourth, Muscle Mook in fifth, and the F2s, there's just 4 seconds covering Hobbit Racing, Illusion and Sleaze, with the Hobbit Racing team leading ladies.
Bike Rider magazine is committed to the road rider, testing all types of road bikes and products right here in New Zealand. For everything road or racing, local or international, get down to your magazine stockist or subscribe online at brm.co.nz.
Mosen Euro Parts in Hamilton have a fantastic range of BMW parts and panels. You'll find everything from parts for the latest models to hard-to-find parts for classics. Mosen Euro Parts, 10 Wickham Place in Hamilton. Give them a call or send an email.
Kia Trailers, New Zealand's market leader in trailer manufacture. All Kia trailers are built to a standard, not a price. If you're looking for a quality trailer for just about any use, you can't go past Kia Trailers, the innovators in trailer design.
Dirt Rider Down Under, New Zealand's only 100% dirt bike magazine, full of Kiwi dirt-based bike news, tests, products and racing. Check out your magazine stockist or subscribe online at drd.co.nz.
Book now with Get Rooted for the 2011 Isle of Man TT. Take your bike and ride the TT Mountain Circuit, then tour Europe and the UK. Isle of Man accommodation is included, but in short supply, so don't delay. Email now to the 2011 Isle of Man TT.
You're back with Speed Week and more action from the Rollo's Marine Bridge to Bridge race.
Welcome back to the Rollo's Marine Yamaha Bridge to Bridge. It is the start of leg 2 from Taupiri, heading back to Hamilton. Warlord, the first boat away, and a 46-second advantage. You've got to say, with this being the shortest leg, Brad, that they've really got the advantage.
Yeah, definitely the favourites coming home here with the class and experience these guys have got. But got to go. They might have a bit of quicker run home.
So we'll keep an eye on that battle as Warlord streaks away this twin outboard rigged boat. Simon Morrison looking for his first win as a driver, but this boat has won this event 10 times previously. Here's the Aussies and got to go. Twin turbocharged big block.
You can see those boys running in the wake of Warlord. The boat's only starting 30 seconds apart at Taupiri, so they're about to see the racing lines of the driver in front of them.
And not only these boys had dramas with skiers, they've had dramas with the race boat. They actually took the stern drive off the boat under the Grantham Street Bridge.
So we see Benjamin running out their ropes for their return leg home. Philippe in the observer's seat, just getting a hang on. He's done his job, and now Rick and Mark have come out of the water very nicely. And they've had a clean start, and they're on their way back to Hamilton.
Looking to maintain their lead in Mock in the first single rig boat home for the Bridge to Bridge for 2010. But going back to the Aussies, Brad, the Gotta Go team took the stern drive off on the Grantham Street Bridge, got a little bit low, and they hit one of the old pylons, I believe.
Yeah, the Aussie boys had to beg, steal and borrow all the gear that they could. They've borrowed skiers, stern drives, the whole works, but they're having a good run here on Sunday afternoon, which is what we need to see.
On board with Benjamin, right up against the riverbank, in amongst the trees.
It's just the only place Stacey Mallow likes to be. That's where he finds it, that he is at home.
And the second of the Australian boats, Filthy, well, they had a big engine explosion, and you were actually on the boat at the time, Brad.
Yeah, a little bit scary. Haven't experienced anything like that before, but the thing absolutely Chernobyl and nothing left of the Filthy boat. So unfortunately, those boys are going home with the tail between their legs.
And we've seen the twin turbocharged big block on Gotta Go. That was a twin supercharged big block on the Filthy boat. So it's a shame we didn't get to see it. Still watching those great shots off the back of Benjamin of the helicopter in the same shot. This is the Hoofit team leading Taupiri on their way back to Hamilton.
Yeah, to White Dud and Mitchell Horan. They'll be looking to try and chase down Benjamin, but they'll also be keen to get home in second place in that mock class.
So the F2 battle is the one that we've really got to watch, because Hobbit Racing Illusion and Sleaze were just 4 seconds apart, and there was another couple of boats in behind them, not too far down either. So F2 is going to be very, very close as we watch Sleaze.
Jordan Bradley there giving a wave up. Adelaide Cox standing alongside here, and those guys look like they're having a great run and will be looking to get on the podium in that Formula 2 class.
So they were third at the end of Leg 1 in F2, second in ladies, so they're chasing down Hobbit Racing, just 4 seconds the gap. And don't forget about Illusion, they were right in the middle of that battle as well in the F2 class. This is Muscle Milk, they were the 5th boat into Taupiri.
Yeah, hot on the tail of Sleaze there. They look like they made up a little bit of time. The junior boys, Daniel Tuff and Matt Strong.
Just for show, leaving Taupiri.
Those boys were 4th to Taupiri in the F2 class, so they'll be looking to try and take one more step up onto that podium.
So the boats are on their way back to Hamilton for the finish of the 2010 Rollo's Marine Yamaha Bridge to Bridge. This is the Smokin' crew.
Mark Luxford, Ben Main up and away. Again, another contender in that Formula 2 class. The boats are all just so close in speed and also, and obviously, their time in that first leg.
And that's what it's all about. That's the way it should be with these closely controlled classes.
Yeah, that's right. The Formula 2 class is a world's class that is meant to be out-of-the-box standard engine, similar boats and, very similar speed overall.
So Big Bird leaving Taupiri on their way down back to Hamilton. Dave Hanks, Paul Mann, Logan Fritz and Paul Mitchell. As we're now over the top of Out to Get You.
Coming underneath the Horror Bridge there, Al Bedford and Gordon Johnston in the boat with Ryan and Alistair Johnston out back.
As Botox, they've started their journey. Look at the reflections in the water spray. Just fantastic weather, an amazing event. I don't know how you guys get this weather, boys.
Yeah, we see the Reverend coming on through, towing another couple of junior skiers, but Hayley and Hannah Frost from Hamilton, our junior girls, also training up for the Worlds, and they look like they're pulling in on footwork.
Yeah, so the gaps were 30 seconds at Taupiri, so they've certainly made up some ground. Hollow Point, another one of the many crews here in the Bridge to Bridge.
It's actually my girlfriend there skiing behind that one, Kristen Reed, alongside Tracy Hanks.
You better say good things, Brad.
I better. She's doing well.
So Hollow Point on their way back to Hamilton. So it's about this stage now that the legs really start to burn.
Legs and hands are definitely burning by now. They're starting to come into Hamilton. I guess the best thing about once you get back in the city, especially being a local, you see the bridges and you're nearly home, you know.
Here's Warlord.
Neil Rick's absolutely out of control down this last straight. Big wave downs. He's not happy at all, the Australian.
Well, they're going to bring it home. We'll have to wait and see if Gotta Go's made up any ground. 34.52 for the Warlord team. Is it number 11 for the Warlord boat? Here's Gotta Go.
Right on their tail, the Australian boys. So Danny Cropper, Bevan Turksma hunting them down on the league back to Hamilton.
So the gap was 46 seconds. Have they made any grounds? Classic Trans-Tasman battle. The Kiwis versus the Aussies for bridge to bridge. No, they haven't done it. Warlord with the advantage, 35.36. They made up 4 seconds on that leg.
So we're on board Benjamin now, bringing it home in the modified open cockpit class. Stacey Mallow cutting the last corner. Very nice and tight amongst the trees there.
He's just dragging the boys through the trees. Here's Benjamin coming home. They'll be the first single boat, single rig through at 38.16. A good clean run for Benjamin.
Next boat through is Hoofit, the second place in modified open cockpit class, and that's Mitchell Horan and Dwight Dudden on the back.
39.59 for Hoofit. So Warlord looks like they've won. The bridge to bridge. This is Sleaze out of control. Jeff Week. Oh.
Bungle, what are you doing? Having an absolute mare going around the last corner.
Oh, that is a huge moment.
Those girls have done very well to hang on to that one. Coming around that Ann Street bend, Bungle's definitely had a bit of a shocker.
Muscle Milk following them through down towards the finish line. So a big moment there for the Sleaze team in that F2 and ladies battle. Here is Sleaze down to the line. They've got it gathered back up.
Yeah, Bungle's got it back together, and Jordan Bradley and Adelaide Cox bringing it home in a time of 40 minutes and 47 seconds.
Well, that's the time we're going to watch for the Hobbit Racing team to come by. Here is Muscle Milk. They'll cross the line. Should be 5th overall. We're just waiting for Illusion to come down to the line as well.
Yeah, those boys will be very happy with that time as we're on board with Illusion. Brendan McPherson, Hamish McPherson in the boat.
So they're looking to beat a 40.49 set by the ladies.